Hi vinyl community, it's Mike here. And today I'm going to show you what I picked up from my regular visit to Leeds Record Fair, this time on the 8th of March. But it was a particularly special one this month because my good mates Iain, that's Iain Rankin the Obscure, and the one and only Nick Vinyl Butty, came up from Northamptonshire. And we had a great day together. And I got some VCLT from Nick, which I'll show you in a sec. And we had an absolutely fantastic day. Weather was lovely, and we all picked up some great records. So I'll leave links to Iain and Nick's channels in the description. So I'll start off, I'll tell you about the VCLT. Now, normally, or at least about the last 6 months or so, I've been making sure I pick up some reggae whenever I go to Leeds Record Fair. But this month I didn't buy any at all. But that's not to say that I didn't come away with some, because Nick gave me some really lovely VCLT. And the first one, I knew it was coming. And it's this album. It's a reissue of Liquidator by Harry J. All-Stars, that's Harry Johnson. And it was originally released in 1969. And I think this is a 2015 reissue. And it's an absolutely brilliant reggae album, and I'm really pleased to get this, Nick. Thank you very much. So you've got stuff on here. Jack the Ripper's on here, the Liquidator, which is obviously the title track and quite well known. But there's also some, one or two cover versions here. There's a cover of the Beatles' "Don't Let Me Down," and also of Jane Birkin and Serge Gainsbourg "Je T'aime." So yeah, absolutely brilliant bit of reggae here, and I was so pleased to get that, so thanks, Nick. But that wasn't all that Nick gave me. He also gave me a reggae single, and this is it on the CBS label, and it's Johnny Nash, and it's quite a famous single. There are more questions than answers. I think this is about the only track that I really know of Johnny Nash's, apart from, I think, Stir It Up, which was another single of his. And the B-side is excellent as well. It's called Guava Joey. And this is from 1972, I believe. Yes, 1972. So that was that. Now, Nick also knows that I collect stiff records. And also like Madness. And I'm trying to complete my collection of Madness singles, and I'm almost there now, actually. But there was this one that I didn't have, and Nick knew I didn't have it, so he had a spare, so he's given it to me. And there you go. It's the return of the Last Farmer's 7, and the B-side on this is That's the Way to Do It, and say it's on Stiff Records label. It's a catalogue number by 108. And I'll just show you, there's the label here. So again, thank you very much, Nick, for that. That's 1980. So I bought another couple of Madness singles as well at the Record Fair. And the first one, another one on Stiff, one of their later Stiff singles, and it's catalogue number by 201, and it's One Better Day, and this cover is actually a poster. It opens up. Released in 1984. There you go, 1984. So it's nice poster of the band there, and that's the other side. So that was a really nice find. So I'm nearly there with the singles, and I'll show you the label. It's not the classic Stiff label. It's obviously the later Stiff label. And the B-side on this is it's Guns. That's the B-side. So there you go. So that's one Stiff single that I bought, and then the other one is on sort of a Virgin label. It's Czar Jazz, which was Madness's own sort of own label on sort of Virgin, basically. And this is catalogue number Jazz 8, and it's a a cover of Christy Politti song, Sweetest Girl. So there you go. So I picked up three Madness singles, two that I bought, one that was gifted to me by Nick, and it's Jenny brackets the portrait of is the B-side of that. So there you go, and there's the record itself. There's the label. Right. Okay. So other singles I bought. So I'm buying quite a lot of pop rock at the moment, and this is one that I picked up, and it's the Count Bishops. Sometimes they're just known as the Bishops, and there's a single from 1977. It's on the Chiswick label. I'll show you that in a second, but it's Baby You're Wrong, and the B-side is Stay Free. So I'll say, I mean, the Chiswick label was quite a good sort of pub rock label and punk label, in the same way as Stiff was really. And there you go. That's the there it is on the Chiswick label. Right. So back to Stiff Records, and this one is from 1980, and it's called My Little Red Book, and by the Rumour, Graham Parker's band, and it's on Stiff, and it's catalogue number by 81. And what's the B-side of this is Name and Number. So there you go. That's that again on the Stiff label, as I say. Now, next up, a single from 1979, and this is by someone who was a founding member of X-Ray Specs, but by the time they started having recording success, she'd left, and she's the sax player, and it's Laura Logic, and this is her band, Essential Logic, and as I say, it's from 1979, and it's an EP. So you've got the main track here on side one is called Wake Up, and then you've got Eagle Bird, and then on side two, Quality Crayon Wax OK, and Body Message. So that was that, and there's the label there. So that's that. And after Wake Up, there's Wake Up and Make Love to Me, and of course that's Iain during the Blockheads, and this is also on Stiff. And the B-side on this is Blockheads, and you can see the catalogue number isn't a by catalogue number; it's something completely different, and that's because this is a Dutch pressing. And there was a UK release of Wake Up and Make Love to Me as a single on Stiff, and it had a different B-side. I think it was My Old Man was on the B-side, and I think there's also another version that's got something else that now slips my mind on the B-side. But that's 1979, so that's a Dutch pressing of a Stiff single, Iain during the Blockheads, and Wake Up and Make Love to Me. Right, now, Ben Rankins, if you're watching, you know I always take an opportunity to add another vibrator to my collection, don't I? So this is the one I picked up this time, and this is it's quite unusual really, because it's Chris Spedding and the Vibrators, and it's a 1976 single, and it's called Pogo Dancing. And Chris Spedding is probably best known for his chart success with single motorbiking, which is not sort of not really punky at all. You don't really associate Chris Spedding with particularly with the punk movement. So there you go. It's on the RAK label. So Pogo Dancing on the A side, and on the B side it's called The Pose. So that's Chris Spedding and the Vibrators. Somebody else who I like to pick up his records when I can, and that's the Bard of Salford, or the Bard of Salford, I should say, Professor John Cooper Clarke. And there we have it, and it's the day my pad went mad. And what's the a distant relation is the B-side of this. So and that's a single from 1982. So there you go, a bit more John Cooper Clarke to add to my collection, and it's on the Epic label. There we go. And the final 7-inch single, anyway, is a band that I really love. Have all their albums, most of their singles, but I didn't have this single, and it's the Lovely Eggs, and it's from 2011, and it's Panic Plants. And as you can see, this copy, the cover has been signed by Holly and David. So I was really pleased to get that, and it's on the Cherry Aid label. And B-side is She's Got the Wine and Furnace Mountain. There you go. So that's the Lovely Eggs, and the single from 2011 on the Cherry Aid label. I'll show you if I can get it out of the out of the packet. Here it is. Yeah. So a bit of Lovely Eggs sort of artwork there, and a bit more on the back. So so those are all the 7-inch singles that I picked up. Right, on to sort of a couple of 12-inch singles, and this is from 1977, and it's Blondie. You know, 3 tracks for 75p. Those were the days, weren't they? Although I think, you know, back in 1977, 75p was quite a lot of money, particularly for me. You get a couple of pints easily for 75p in 1977. So yeah, Ripper to Shreds, In the Flesh, and Ex Offender, and they're all tracks from Blondie's debut album, of course. And, I'll show you the label. It's Chrysalis, of course. And, there you go. So that's one 12-inch single, and the second 12-inch single was one that Nick spotted for me, and it's on Stiff by It 221, and it's a ska band, the Untouchables, and this is Free Yourself, and on the B side you got Lebanon and Stepping Stone. So that was really really nice. I didn't see this at all, and Nick pointed out and said, "Hey, have you got that?" And I hadn't, so I bought it. You go, it's got a sort of bespoke label on it there. So those are the 12-inch singles. Now on to a few albums that I bought. So next one is Polystyrene, and this is her debut solo album from 1981, and it's called Translucent. And this was a record store day release, I think. I've written it down. Yeah, it's a record store day release apparently in 2021, and it's on clear vinyl, and there you go, on clear vinyl, and there's the inner. And I mean, it's not a punk album at all. I mean, Polystyrene solo stuff is not. It's not punk at all. I suppose you describe it as indie, which is a sort of catch-all, isn't it, when you can't really describe what the music really is. So there you go. So this is a really nice sort of soulful album from Polystyrene, and I believe one of her other solo albums is up for re-release on Record Store Day this year. So I may or may not sort of pull the trigger on that one. Right, a couple more sort of stiff albums, and the first one is the Bell Stars, and this is their album, eponymous album, The Bell Stars, and it's from 1983, and they're kind of like a synth pop band really, and you know, they had a couple of singles, the Clapping Song and Iko Iko, you know, two two sort of classic songs that they covered. But the probably the best track on here was another single of theirs, and that was "Sign of the Times," which was sort of you know, more them really. And yeah, so I was really pleased to find that one. As I say, it's on the Stiff Records label, and there you go. So uh, another Stiff record, another one that sort of Nick found for me, and it was £2, and it's Tracy Ullman. It's "You Broke My Heart in 17 Places," and Tracy Ullman sort of came to fame in the UK as a member of a sort of comedy trio that had a sketch show on telly called Three of a Kind. And Tracy used to do, along with the others, Lenny Henry and David Copperfield, used to do sort of parodies of pop songs. And you know, Tracy showed that she could really sing. So what happened is that um, you know, the head of Stiff Records, Dave Robinson, um, actually took a liking to her voice, and he was looking for sort of, you know, new artists to sign. And one day, Dave's wife, as the story goes, met Tracy in the hairdressers. That's Rosemary Robinson. She met Tracy in the hairdressers, said, "Hey Tracy, do you fancy being a pop star?" And Tracy said yes. And you know, this album, I think one more album and about 3 or 4 singles uh, was a result of this. So it's a pretty good album. It's pop songs, sort of mainly cover versions. The title track, "You Broke My Heart in 17 Places," is a Kirsty MacColl song. But you've also got Blondie's "I'm Always Touched by Your Presence, Dear," cover of that, which is quite good. Um, and what else have we got? "Move Over Darling," which was a hit in the 1950s, I believe, for Doris Day. And then "Breakaway" and "Oh, Bobby's Girl" as well, another very old song. "Oh, What a Night," you know. So it's really nice, sort of, you know, really nice sort of um, pop record. So Rosemary Robinson and Kirsty MacColl both sing backing vocals on various tracks on this album. So that was it. So I didn't notice it at all. It was in a, you know, in a bargain bucket for just £2, and yeah, had a quick look at it. It was a bit filthy, but it looked like it was in good condition. So I picked it up, gave it a good clean, and it plays perfectly. Right. Okay. So the next one, it was a bit of an impulse, really. What happened is that you know, we were about to go, and I saw this record, and it's lovely Joni Mitchell, and this is a famous gig at Den Haag in 1983. As it says, the classic Netherlands broadcast, and it's got, you know, really sort of famous tracks on here. It opens up with "Coyote," which I think is probably my favourite Joni Mitchell track. But you know, Big Yellow Taxi is on here, I believe. Yes, Big Yellow Taxi is on here. Soul Love, Ladies Man, Don't Interrupt Sorrow. You know, really nice double album. It's not official release. I think it was initially released as a CD only in about 2018 or thereabouts, and then became a vinyl release in 2020, 2021. But as I say, it's a you know, it's an unofficial Joni Mitchell release. It's really quite good. And finally, a band from Leeds, punk band, "When the Punks Go Marching In," and this is the debut album from Abrasive Wheels, as I say, a band from Leeds. It's on the Riot City records label. In fact, I think it's the first Yes, it's City 001. It's the first album release on Right City Records. And yeah, this is really good. Um, it was a little bit expensive, but I bought it along with the 12-inch Blondie single. And after a bit of haggling, I got the price down, and I think I got just about a bargain. Maybe I paid about par for it. I don't know, but I was really pleased to see it. It's in really good condition, the album, and I've been looking for it for a little while. So in a way, I just had to buy it. So yeah, Vicious Circles on here, 1982, Voice of Youth, just another punk band. Then it finishes off with the title track, When the Punks Go Marching In. But you know, it's a really nice punk album from my home city of Leeds. So I was really pleased to get that. So that's all it. That's everything that I got, just about. And we had an absolutely lovely day, me and Iain and Nick. And we plan to sort of meet up and do other things later on in the year. So you'll probably be hearing from that. As I say, I'll put a link to both their channels in the description. So I hope you like the video, and until next time, I'll see you. Bye bye.